Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Guess what time it is? It's cooking time! Alright, what we're going to be cooking today is steak shawarma. What you're going to need is top sirloin. You could have a choice of bread or lettuce wrap. This is butter lettuce wrap, so you can make it into sandwiches. Olive oil, I got mayo, it's an option. And then garlic powder, paprika, salt, black pepper, and onions. And mushrooms, can't forget about mushrooms. First thing what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna cut up the onions, cook the onions, and then after that, what we're gonna do, put the onions on the side, and what I forgot to mention, we're gonna also throw, while we're cooking the onions, we're gonna throw the mushrooms too in there. Chop in little pieces, the top sirloin, and we're gonna also season it, and then we're gonna take the onions and the mushrooms off, and then we're gonna just throw it into a plate, and we're gonna cook the meat. And then we're gonna put them into a sandwich. First thing, what we're gonna be doing, chopping the onions. So we're gonna slice the onion in half, and we're just gonna slice them just like that. Once you got the first round of onions, you're gonna grab the olive oil. We're gonna put olive oil here. Just get the base. This is a non-stick pan oil. We're gonna also just dump the onions on there. Onions will take a little bit longer to cook than the mushrooms. That's why I'm throwing the onions first, and I'm gonna start cooking it now as I'm cutting the mushrooms out. So there we go. I'm gonna just put it on medium heat and then just stir it a little bit, and we're gonna add a little bit more olive oil to it. The mushrooms, we're just gonna slice them right in half. Alright, we're done with the mushrooms. I did about 10 mushrooms, so onions are cooking pretty well. Once that cooks a little bit longer, I'm gonna throw the mushrooms in there. This type of level, like it's almost like glazing. It's not all the way where I want it, but because I want to cook the mushrooms too, I'm gonna throw the mushrooms in there and then cook it a little bit longer. So here we go. We're gonna just mix it. We're gonna chop the meat. So here we go. I'm gonna grab. We're gonna chop them in little pieces. So you can just grab it and just slice them in little tiny pieces. Don't forget, stir. So I am gonna cut them in half. That's fine. I'm just gonna grab them. I'm gonna get crazy. Just cut them just one more time. Let's check on this. 5 more minutes on this, and then we're gonna take this out, put it in a bowl, and we're gonna put the meat in there. All right, guys, here's the onions. Check it out. That is where I want it to be. There we go. We're gonna just pour it in here. Boom. The steak into, and so we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the steak. A little bit, some salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder, and then we're gonna mix. And once we finish mixing it, we're gonna add paprika. We're gonna cook the steak about like 5 minutes in total, and then we're gonna throw in the onions and the mushrooms in there. I'm just gonna mix it up because I want the seasonings to mix very well. So it's at the level of medium well. It's cooked a little bit outside and it's like a little bit of rare inside. That's the level where I'm gonna throw it in I'm gonna throw in the onions and the mushrooms in. We're gonna cook it about another like 3 minutes. And we're gonna make our sandwich right now. 1 loaf is only 7 grams of carbs, which is really low carbs. If you're really trying to watch out your carbs, and you're really craving bread, this is the bread that you would go to. I'm not sponsored by them, but they're legit. They got something going on here. If you're really cautious about your carbs, what you can get is butter lettuce. Kids, don't do this at home. peel. Look at that. That's a piece of bread, which is the lettuce. You can put like two next to each other, and two next to each other like that. If you're really cautious of like your fat and stuff, don't put it on, but this will give it extra flavor. I'm gonna put it on. Just a little tiny bit, and just rub it on. That is the example, and I'm gonna just put the steak on there. And here's another example, I'm gonna show you real quick. Just grab it, break it in half, and boom. Just a little bit to the sandwich. And just put it in. So here we go. Guys, check this out. I'm blessed. With the lettuce wraps, you just want a little bit. Boom. Just like that. You can add a little bit of more meat because I didn't get that much on this one. On my brother, gonna be taste testing it.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's hot. MashaAllah, bro. One number. Definitely something you want to add to the menu. 7.7.
Nice.
7.7. If you add milk, maybe an 8.
Alright guys, you guys got it. You guys seen it. Alhamdulillah, I got a 7.7 coming from my brother. Jazakallah khairan for watching. Stay tuned for the next cooking meal, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.